October's version, not version, October's rendition. Nope, not rendition either. Edition.
Yeah.
Welcome to the October edition of Bum 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 Bum. Easy Talk. Oh, the tea.
Oh,
That's so cute. Yes. So
cute.
welcome to the October Easy. You're not dead, you're alive, girl.
I'm alive.
You're alive and well. I don't like this. We should be mindful of our words.
Hey y'all, it's Trynity.
Hey. Not just Trinity.
Queen
in the building. Hey. Yes. What up, though? Queen Trend in the building here. Hey. So we're back. We're back at Coach Z's house. Maybe I shouldn't say the house. We're back live and in person. Not just two of us, but three of us. So I know y'all are probably wondering, like, who's that girl? Na 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 na. Queen Trend's that girl. Hey. So would you like to take a moment to girl, this is live. We not editing. We not going back. You can giggle all you want. This is it.
You can know you're crazy like
this going on the tube, girl. On the tube.
I just woke up with that. Okay.
Yeah. So please introduce yourself. How do you know us?
I know these ladies. I'm playing. These are my sisters.
Aww.
We gotta edit.
We cannot edit.
How do I know?
You want to start over one time?
We not doing no redos. It's okay. This is raw. This what happens. Look, this is real life when, for real, you ain't like, we not reading off no scripts. We here, and this Queen Trend's first time with us in the building.
It is.
And there was
not in the building, but on Easy Talk.
On Easy Talk.
And she didn't know we were crazy like this. She's like,
no,
oh my God, you guys are really going to put this out there on you?
So she
allow us to reintroduce Queen Trend. Okay, go.
I said it. Hey, y'all. I'm Trynity.
The one and only Trynity.
Right. The one and only.
Owner of top tier.
Don't mess up my business name.
It's
Ti3r Beauty.
Yeah. What is it again? Can you say it again for those in the back?
Ti3r Beauty with a 3 for Trynity.
T3r Beauty. Hey. So what services do you provide at Ti3r Beauty?
Right now, I do lash extensions, eyebrows.
Okay.
So, yes, I do.
And she's amazing.
And if someone would like to reach out to you via social media channel, how can they, what are your handles? So that way someone can get Ti3r Beauty that part.
So, y'all can follow me on Instagram at Miss Trynity Jerae or my business page at _Top-Tier. And Top-Tier is TOPTI3R.
Ooh.
Yes.
I hope y'all caught that. Can you do that one more
Cheers
time?
to that girl.
Wait, let me. Cheers. Okay, go ahead. Top tier. Top. She's spelling it for those who need a pen and paper. Go ahead.
It's spelled _TOPTI3R.
3 is in the number.
3 is the number.
Yes.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so today, while we are gathered, we are going to be discussing something super duper special. So, as some of you may know, Coach Z and I started back in April this beautiful body of work called The Container. So, The Container was a 6-month program where it's not really a program. It was a 6-month experience that was intentionally cultivated for the one and only. And so we're here today, the three of us, to discuss the original. Ooh, the original. You are OG.
I'm
hey. The original Easy Container.
Yeah.
So I would love to just take a moment, Trynity, for you to share with our viewers your experience of the container. Like, what did you get from it? What did you expect? What was unexpected? How has your life changed at all, or like what has happened for you over the last 7 months?
Over the last 7 months, probably. Um, One, to be real, it was a roller coaster. It took a minute. I love the experience. I can't even describe the experience in words because I'm still unpacking it and just writing about it and just taking it all in. But it was just amazing. This year was one of the best in my life, only because I was able to see me for who I was, and I can only thank them for that. So yeah, I love the container. It's everything. Like it was literally everything that I needed this year. So yeah.
Wow.
No, I don't have words, and I'm not a person of many words. But as they know, I show how I feel, and I show exactly, you know, what I'm trying to say in other ways that y'all may see soon.
Hey.
But yeah, it's everything. Everything. That's the word that comes up. Literally everything.
Can you share some of the topics that were discussed in the container that left like an imprint or made you do like a double check or was like, whoa, I ain't never heard of this before. I ain't never experienced this.
Yeah. Probably the main thing that points out to me is that talking to your younger self.
Inner child work. Yeah.
Inner child work is the biggest. That was the most difficult for me, and they prepared me so much in the beginning to get to that point. But that inner child work, that's what brings the whole experience together. Because once you learn your tools, modalities, and you learn about your human design, and you start to get into that, it helps you really understand how to talk to that younger child because you would never move forward until you're able to literally look your younger self in the face and cuss, cry, laugh, whatever. So yeah.
Wow, I'm sitting here with you.
I know. I keep thinking about that experience that we did writing the letters.
That was heavy.
And just
shit to say. Oh,
it's okay.
We both said it's okay.
Somebody dropped a B word in one of our episodes, but we're not gonna say no names. It's okay. It's okay.
It was me, Trin. My bad.
It's okay that somebody dropped the B word. Real life. Hold on.
I was talking about myself though. I wasn't talking about anybody.
I know.
But this is a self chat.
That part. Like whatever. Like it's okay. Everybody say the B word every now and again. And sometimes it's not just B. It's like the whole B-I.
PCH.
Yeah, that part. But just thinking about the way that we did that exercise with the inner child work and having that experience to be able to have it two-sided where our adult selves got to talk in letter form to our little selves, and then after a few days to be able to flip it and have I want to be mindful of that. Like we say that we waited a few days, but I believe that those few days was really a piece of intention to cultivate the space for our younger selves to have the room and have the level of comfort to be able to speak to us and to be able to share. Like I feel like if it would have been a back-to-back exercise, we may not have reached that depth that all three of us really got to. Because those letters from little us to us was like, well, dang. Like
for me, it would have been too heavy. It would have been too heavy to do those in the same day. It definitely, because I mean, for you to be able, for your little self to be able to speak up after all the years of suppression and domestication, and not it being improper to do that, to actually be in that space and then be able to just let it flow and release what it is, and then to have do it the reverse, I would have been able to mentally handle that.
And piggyback on that, when I was saying it didn't say anything, like when we did the exercise, they had something to say. I was mute. Because just like she was saying, my younger self being suppressed and quiet for so long, she was still in that space of, just mute and taking everything in. And it literally would have been too much because even thinking about that time, even still now, now my little stuff, she's screaming like she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So like if I would allow myself to write those letters, we would have just been arguing. And I find that as a problem even in life in general. Like I'll just be like just going at myself. So it just would have been too much screaming because the people been, because I've been too quiet. So yeah.
And one of the things, as I sit here and I hear you talk about you talking to your inner child at the very beautiful young age of 21,
right?
To have that experience and to be able to show up for yourself in that regard. I'm 49. E's 30. I'm not good with ages. So just the fact that we've suppressed ours for for me over 40 years, for E over 30 years, and for you at this age to be able to do that, just the trajectory, how you have positively changed the trajectory of your life because you chose you at this space in this stage of your development. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
I mean that's huge, and we would be remiss not to acknowledge that because it's huge.
Yes, I appreciate that. Also, even just to talk to y'all because I haven't been looking at the camera. Girls like my age, or not even just girls, men, women my age, you just got to give yourself grace too. Because even though I did take the step to put myself first, since I'm so close to literally my younger self, as he was saying, I'm only 21, it takes a little bit longer. So I find myself still going back to, I'm not going to put myself first, and I'm going to go back to the other ways, but you have to allow yourself that grace. Because as I was saying, your younger self starts screaming because she's so close to you. It's not, this big age gap. It's 10 years, 5, even 2 years, so it's very loud, very, very loud. So if you take that step, it's very rewarding, but just know it's real to just be like, fuck that shit. We ain't gonna do it because it's just so loud. Like it gets so loud. But it is. It's rewarding, and I'm glad I started the process. I'm glad.
Yeah. The lifestyle.
It's
not a process, right? Because it's
a lifestyle.
Literally a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle that you have to get used to for sure.
I really love and appreciate the fact too, Trynity, that you brought up the fact that when you first reached out to her, she didn't have anything to say. And I think that sometimes when we do the work of healing and evolving and releasing in her lifestyle, as Coach Z likes to put it, but in real life too, like sometimes we'll enter into a practice and it's we can maybe have like expectations like, ooh, the shadow book is going viral right now. Everybody want to do shadow work, and that's cool. But I think that it's like sometimes we'll enter into a practice and our body is not quite ready for it yet. And so just giving room for silence and knowing like there's nothing wrong if you enter into a practice and you don't get anything immediately. I think that part of this journey is that we all enter into it in different stages. So like you're beginning inner child work. I've been doing inner child work now for over 5 years. And so when I first started talking to Lil E, she ain't had nothing to say to me either. And then like I would do the work and then I wouldn't talk to her again for a whole year. And then I would do an exercise. I'm doing the journaling prompt. And it's like, entering into the space of a practice to say I did the practice, like, oh, I'm doing inner child work, which was something that I was very familiar with once upon a time. Like I wanted to do it to say that I did it because I was trying to get somewhere. But what I'm realizing now is it's kind of disrespectful to the practice and to Lil E for me to only talk to her once a year when somebody prompts me to talk to her. And so I think that this too is a great opportunity. Like inner child work doesn't have to be something fancy. It doesn't have to be like this grandiose experience. It can just be like, hey, what up, Lil E? Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, you good? You know what I mean? Or just whatever, like just acknowledging her, just being like, I love you, girl, when I'm passing by the bathroom. So I check me out and I'm like, okay, we good, yep. And then I'm like, hey, Lil E, I see you. And then keep it moving. Because again, going back to what both of you were saying about practices and lifestyle, we doing this forever.
Mm-hmm.
And the practice is going to continue. It's not like, oh, practice, practice, practice. Now we're perfect and we're done. No, it's practice, practice, practice. Ooh, that looks like progress. Practice, practice, practice. Ooh, there's another layer. There's another revelation. There's another level of evolution. And then we keep going.
Yeah.
So, Z, I would love for you, because I remember we was actually here over there at the table when you was like, hey, so something came to me. I wanted to share it with you. What are your thoughts when you first had the idea of the group coaching?
I don't remember telling me. You don't remember? It's you did my human design. You know my mind is full of stuff constantly. I have to make sure I stay in the moment. Mindfulness is a practice for me because my brain is constantly going. So refresh my memory, E.
So we was right over there. Y'all can't see it, but we can. Sitting at Z's dining room table, and the thing about Z and I is we have a lot of passion when it comes to women, when it comes to younger women, and when it comes to just wanting to empower. Yes, girls. Yes, just empower and allow young women to see more to life than what we're conditioned to see. And so you were like, hey, I've been thinking, and all of a sudden, God Source Universe put this on my heart about doing a group coaching, and I wanted to know what your thoughts were on doing it. And I was like, say what? And I was like, I want to respond immediately, but when we talk about design, I am supposed to wait because I'm an emotional authority. Allow my ways to go all the way through. But I would like to say yes right now in this moment. But it sparked something in me.
Oh, I think that's my phone being disrespectful.
Oh, it's okay, honey.
Oh,
it's all right.
It's okay.
Yes, it happens.
We know your generation.
I'm not part of my generation.
What happens after Gen Z though? Is it
Am I Gen Z?
I think so, boo.
I never know what generation I'm in because I feel like I'm not in the generation I'm really in because I'm just
your mama baby boomer, I think. So you will be right.
I mean, real talk, she got me so young, I probably could still be in the same generation if it's a 15-year gap.
A baby boomer.
I thought she would be. My grandma baby was no.
I think my mom is younger than your grandma.
No, not my dad grandma. It's for my grandma, my mom's. How old is your mom?
You never asked.
Girl, we on YouTube. You can't.
You hear what I said? You never ask a woman her age. I went into straight Big Linda mode. Right. That's what I said. You would never ask a woman her age. Yeah.
Let's talk. Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway, so.
But yeah, so talking about the body of work, and I just would love for you to just share the number of conversations we had, what we did to create this. This was not just let's write this on down. Let's create a nice little body of work that we're gonna share with the world.
Right.
No, this.
It's funny you say let's write this outline because we literally had no outline. And we were trusting. We were allowing for flow. We didn't know how many people would sign up. We didn't know any of it, but we knew what we wanted to do, and it just evolved into this beautiful thing. And then as we learned more, you shared the heroine's journey with me and a radical awakening. So as I started reading those things, it sparked something in me. And then because I always worked with younger women in my sorority, it's and the youth groups with them, it's always been in me to just want to help them to see themselves. And the interesting part about it, and this is kind of a side note, is when I was really heavily doing the work to help them to see them, I was so I wasn't healed myself. So but the fourth agreement says always do your best, and I was doing my best. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna offer myself some grace. But it just turned into this beautiful thing. And when I think about the work that we do, I think about the human design. And if you don't know much about the human design, go to allthingsdinkyrose.com, which is my blog, and it's going to direct you right over to Coach EB for your human design because it's a game changer. And I say that in my post. It is literally a game changer. And for us to be able to use our human design as we do the work, it's allowed for flow and the easy container to turn into this beautiful that we were able to help transform, and not just trend, but ourselves. I mean, because and we talk about it in our work that, yes, you know, we are the coaches, but it's like the student and the teacher. The teacher learns from the student learns from the teacher, right? So, and I guess honestly for me, you know, we stayed on the phone. We meet every other week. I mean, it's been a thing with just flow. And when I say we meet for business, and then we make a point to meet just to kick it. You know, so I guess for me, it's one of those things of thank you for trusting me with the idea and you going balls to the wall with it, because what you brought, all game changers. So thank you for that. So,
thank you.
Yeah, and I love that. And even with our outline, thank you. With the outline, like we did have like, okay, this month we're gonna discuss ... and this month we're gonna discuss this, and you know, this is a little bit, but then even too, like it was so beautiful because like even that we allowed that to become our guide.
Yeah.
But then too, like it remixed so much, like what's going on with Queen Tryn and what's going on with us, and how can we show up, and like what are things that are super important. So the human design, Reiki, chakras, inner child work, shadow work, parts work, like
meditation,
grounding, mindfulness, like affirmations, journaling. We really wanted just a sprinkle and an assortment of wellness tools, practices, and modalities that have changed our lives. And we didn't want to give it to you, Tryn, to be like, this is how you do it, and this is what you do, but more of like, this is a smorgasbord of different things that you get to choose from. So you like, don't like this, really like that, won't never do that again. You know what I mean? But just to get your own flow and your own vibe and your own experience with wellness, and like not just like mental wellness, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness. We didn't really tap into financial wellness. So maybe that's something round two. Yeah. But mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, because we did movement. Like that's the thing. We did events curated by the one and only TRC, where we got to do man, I wish we had it, but like Tryn painted this gorgeous painting.
Get the humper.
Don't hump me, baby. All on camera.
My boyfriend. Cheating on me.
What you mean, your boyfriend?
I need y'all to stay on
I took her dog too, though.
I'm like, you just all on here claiming on to the world that Draco, like, don't do that. Don't do that.
He got a fight.
I mean, that's not my man because I'm married, but like me and Draco got our own special relationship.
Draco girlfriend are those skates over there.
Oh, yes. Look at this girl. So, I don't remember where I was going. So maybe I was just
we were kind of talking about just the experience, that how it all came together. And Tryn, I guess one of the things that I feel like we tried to offer and make space for was for you to kind of curate this, co-create this experience with us. Do you feel like you had opportunity to do that? And
yeah, I felt like I had the opportunity. Now did I take it? I don't think so. But that's only because, again, I take things in first. Like I have this habit of having to take it all in. And maybe the next time around I'll be able to put more of like my spin on it, but it's definitely an opportunity to co-create. And I guess I did, because my experience and with my brain, I just had so much more that I wanted to say.
But you would come back to it.
Because
yes. One of the things in the container is we try to make space, and when we come back together, and it's not like it's us, it's, and they're lined out. It's sister circle, it's coaching time, it's collective time. So, you know, in those different spaces,
we did have a bit of an outline, because it was every week was like we had coaching, like we had the introduction of the content, and then we had the tools, practices, and modalities, and then we had sister circle, and then week 4 sister circle / coaching, and then week 4 we had our in-person where we got to share real life space.
Right. So like you said, we had an outline, but the outline was fluid and we allowed for flow and organic chemistry and in all of the things.
You always need a structured flow. I feel like, well, me being a container this time around, I think I needed it the way it was. I've learned that I do need a bit of a structure, but with flow. Like, it don't need to be point, but it definitely has to be a structure, or I'll be all over the place. So it definitely, it's a benefit to having it, week by week. And then if we need to change something, we did that. If we needed to just drop the whole conversation and talk about something else, we did that too. So,
How was your experience having two people that you got to have as support? You know how I be feeling about coach. Like two facilitators that you got to, get stuff from during this experience.
And let me add to that too, and one that you had a relationship with prior. Yeah.
Wow. I was just thinking about that the other day. Honestly, at first I thought it was like it's a facilitated thing, but as the container continued, and really me focusing on the big piece with them being two women. One that I already know, one I'm getting to know, is that I literally worked on my trust with women. So that facilitator role just went out the window based on me working on just seeing a woman like I can look you in the eye and be like, okay, I trust you, or I love you. That's something that was just a big thing for me. So it was a beautiful thing. And I always feel like it was definitely God sent. Everything about the container, being known as lead prior, and us not talking it was about a year or two after I graduated. I came back, and I don't even know how we started connecting again. God, like it was just God.
Divine, though.
It definitely was God sent, and then just added in.
But we are sisters forever. That's the
motto. Right, sisters forever, and then just adding in my baby. My Erica. I love her so much. We ain't doing that shit. But yeah, it was. We're not doing it. But seriously, like, it was just amazing. Just to see how God works. And I always say now that time doesn't matter. I've known Z for years, and I know Erica for a year now, and I love them to the bottom of my heart. So it's just been everything. I forgot the question, but that's just what it was. Like, it was just beautiful.
Was it easy for you knowing me to be in this space with me, or was it?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. No. When we first started, I'm just like, because you only knew me off of Rowers.
Yeah.
And this person that I just
to be clear, I'm a proud member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and Trynity is a rower. Well, she's grown now, but in high school she was a rower, so that's the connection and the affiliation.
Yes. Yeah. No, it was knowing you, because I'm not gonna lie. I expressed this to Erica. We talked about this when we did the human design. I didn't look at you like sister. I was like, oh, like that's my second mom.
Yeah.
And I think we had that issue in the beginning. And you was just like, somehow you're just like my little sister. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know, but like it was hard to tell because seeing me in this different light, I'm still thinking like, oh, see, like that's like a mother figure, like, oh, she here that I've been through this, and actually getting to know me, like my raw, like just Trynity,
and you me, because you saw, and then you see me in the space where I wasn't the same, because part of what we talked about in Sister Circle is that when I was in Trynity's life all those years ago, just the lack of confidence I had, the insecurities I had, and even though I was showing up fully aesthetically, I wasn't showing up in my authenticity.
Right.
So she did, the best of me was there because that's the best that I knew at the time, but that wasn't the best of me now. So you get the best of me now as a big sister, not as a second mom. You already got a mama, girl.
Exactly. But that's just, I really was like, oh, these perfect. So me, like, even telling, I have way more respect for you now than I ever did. Like, and that's with me with women. Like, to be totally honest, like, even though you was the bachelor's, like when I was in rowers, I was in such a place, like, I was just like, not saying this in a mean way, but I didn't. It was nothing when it comes to women. Like, it was just like, and I respected you because I looked at you as an elder, somebody that's trying to see me. But again, you're seeing me as a better version. I'm seeing you as a better version. I have way more respect for you now.
And I've always respected and loved my little Tryn. Yes, but now she queen. Tryn.
That part. But yeah. I don't know, because we didn't even really talk. That's another thing too. We didn't even really talk in words like that. She did.
I did talk to you guys, but that's when I was kind of on my way out too, because actually that was the beginning of my journey into finding myself and my true and authentic self.
Y'all see how God works?
Yeah, that's really what was happening. Tryn was at the onset of probably like 2016, 17-ish, right?
Because I graduated in 2020.
Yeah, so that was about the time though I was saying I got to do something different to get something different. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But
and I love that. See, I love how that just brought us back full circle because the divine always knows. And oh, girl, you know I don't care about. I love me some Draco. The divine always knows, and there's a tendency when we're in our darkest and we don't see no type of light at all. The divine is never gone. Right. The divine is never like, oh, I'm not listening no more. I'm over this. You doing too much.
Right.
The divine is making a way out of no way.
Right.
And doing it in a way that's just so unexpected.
Right.
And so like just pure.
Mm-hmm.
Because for the way that Trynity saw you, for that to be your unraveling, it's just beautiful. And as one thing was ending, something new was beginning to take root. Right. Baby, you cannot
go
me
stop it
on camera. That's not okay. Because my husband might see this and he might feel
quick intermission.
No intermission. Keep talking.
No intermission.
Okay.
Ooh, he's trying to calm down.
Because I just was like, because at the time, what did I call you?
Miss Linda?
Yeah, I called you Miss Linda. And it was like, she just, the boss lady in here. I'm going to observe. But I'm not going to lie, I did see you then. Because I
used to challenge Trynity too.
She used to be like,
no, you're going to speak right now.
Yeah,
what you're going to say. Go ahead and present. You're the president.
Definitely used to challenge me. And everything in me back then wanted to be like, you'll get out of my face. For real.
But she never said it.
I never said it.
She said she had respect.
Yeah, I have respect. I just, but I definitely see, like, I'm a watcher.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, and I'm not going to lie, even everything in the space in that time, I loved it, but it just, something was like seemed a little off too. But that's neither here or there.
Well, when the leader is off, especially when she doesn't know, you know what I mean? Just so I guess that's what brings us to where we are here and why it is so important to be the first, to put you first in all ways, to live life with agency. And to live life with agency is being able to control your behavior, being able to control your actions, your responses, all of that. And so I'm really just grateful to be able to have shared this space with you. And I mean, you stuck with us. Which is the beauty of it though.
And I love it. Usually I'd be like, okay, let's get rid of our love for you, child. I love being our sisters for life. And it flowed. It was just so organic to me. Like, it didn't take much. And that's what stuck out to me. Like, I'm just so willing to be like, oh, like, y'all my sisters. Like, it's just, and I know I keep saying it, but it was hard. It's hard for me with women. But it just flowed so naturally. Like, I remember, even like when I said I love you, I said that came with my mouth. I really love Erica. Like,
I really love you.
She really showed me, like, because I get different things from both of them, but when I talk to, so I think it's, even though we're not super, super close in age, we're closer in age. And
we're close.
Yeah, we're close.
In age.
And
that's
then,
what I'm Why you got that?
No, we're close in age, gosh.
Oh, my bad.
We're close in age.
We're close in age.
They be carding me all the time. You hear me? They be carding me. They be
these jokers. They card me sometimes too.
Oh my goodness.
No,
I don't want to catch
you in your 20s though.
Thank you, boo.
I thought you were in your 20s, right?
Yeah.
When I met
You
you.
didn't think I was
But look, let me tell y'all
tell
about
us.
my sis right here. I really like, it's certain things in her and how she talked to me that allowed me to really open up, because you just was just like, cut the bullshit. And I really respect that, because I feel like a lot of you was me. Me is you. And you really like speak so much life into me, and I'm used to being the one that's having the words and speaking to other people. So to be able to be quiet and like you just talking to me is crazy. But yeah, I love her.
Oh, I love you.
I love this. This is a beautiful. I love it.
And it is like, and this is it. Like, so okay. I know we said we was only doing 30 minutes, but it's important that I say this part too.
You releasing, girl.
Yeah, it's okay.
We got released with
This
the
is
other
no
project too,
judgment.
but no,
This is no
not
judgment.
That's okay.
It's all right. So one of the things is, as y'all know, I be talking about it all the time. Like, I've been on this road of transformation since 2000 and ... But one of the biggest things is like that I love so much is like I have been a part of a lot of courses and a lot of programs, and I done read a lot of books, and I done all of these things, and I wanted an opportunity to take everything that I experienced and sow into somebody else. Like, my journey has been such a gift, and there is no way in the world that I would be where I am today without my teachers. There's no way. From lessons learned to I ain't never gonna do that one, to this some BS, to like, oh my goodness, like I've discovered a new layer of myself, a new piece of myself, like, and so to be able to just witness you, Trynity, for me that was the gift.
Absolutely.
Like, to see you, this girl who came in here and you like, this what I don't do this, I don't do that, I'm not gonna do this, I'm this how I've been my whole life. Whoop. And I was like, oh, okay, that's very interesting. And then to see you 7 months later, and all those, everything you said you wasn't, yes you are. All of the things you said you want to do, you have. And it's like we have been able to like, it's almost like you was untouchable on purpose. Like, for you, like, can't nobody touch me, can't nobody do this. Like, I have this hard shell around me because I have been hurt so much, and I dare an effort to come and touch this shell. Like, I have worked hard to make this shell as hard as it is, and I won't let nobody do what has been done to me again. And what you did, this ain't got nothing to do with me, and this ain't got nothing to do with Z. This is you. You made the decision to crack that shell from the inside and let that joker just fall. Like, you then notice that, oh, I got some wings. What is this? Oh, like, what is this right here? Like, it got a little weight on it, but it do a little something else. And like, these last 7 months, all you've done is like, you now have taken both of those wings and like, girl, like, you got angel wings. Like, and you just flying, and like, that's the part, like, I witness you and I see you, and the words that come out of your mouth, like, just a shout out Poet right here. Poet. She hit us in the group chat with this poem. Yes, like, this poem that just, girl, but I mean,
so is she too.
But I mean, it touched us though, like, and to just see your willingness to be vulnerable and to be open. And Draco, really?
I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God. Draco, no. Drake. Drop down. I'm so embarrassed.
It is
Get
okay.
down.
No, he's not on camera.
Right.
He's not on camera. Girl, this is
Yeah.
hilarious right here. We can't do
Trey goes,
anything.
no.
I'm not sure what I'm bringing out of
Right.
you right now.
Go get
My
your
sacral on point. You hear me? That's that orange. My sacral is popping.
I know that's right.
But no,
That
real
is
like
right.
just to be able to witness you and to see you, and I tip my hat to you because the work had to have been done by you, and you did the work. You didn't just do the work. You was like, this is the work, and sometimes you push pause on the work, but then you push play. You picked that joker up and you took it and you ran with it.
Yeah.
So thank you for being you, and thank you for your willingness to trust us and to show up fully week in and week out, no matter what was going on in your life and our lives. Like, we came together again with purpose and on purpose as we journeyed with the container.
Yeah. Y'all see what I'm saying?
That part.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
Girl.
No,
And so to wrap us up,
Mm.
E.T. I want you guys to, we're going to close it up.
See? ETZ!
If it flows, it might be something that just organically comes, and we'll be like, we're done, because that's how y'all drop them.
ETC.
But yeah, no, what is going to be our close, sis? Since you just brought that up, and we're being mindful of our time and their time, and we got something to do after this, you know what I mean? Because this is the finale tonight. Hey,
But they up and stuck with me.
First.
yeah, girl, this is the end of the container.
Right,
This is not the end of the trio.
It started with me. Don't forget that.
The OG right here.
And beautiful things are coming.
Yeah,
I feel it. So
it
just more will be. More will be. Absolutely. So,
Everything is everything.
everything is both.
And
I've seen that movie. It's a really
Everything is
good
both.
movie. Everything is both. And it's I forgot the platform, but when you think about just everything is both.
Shout out to Tubi.
I'm not sure. But it's everything is both. We have our light and we have our dark.
That part.
We have our
Both
good and we have
ends.
our bad. The yin and the yang.
Yeah.
And the book things about balance.
It
And
is.
through being the first to put you first and always, it gives you that balance. And Trin, you have been intentional about seeking that balance as you navigate with bold and radical intentionality. So that is all I want to say. Kudos to you for showing up for you. And I look forward to all of us evolving,
Yeah.
healing continuously, evolving, and definitely releasing, but just allowing for divine flow.
Yeah. Let the 3 move you.
And on that, we're going to wrap it on up. Thank you for joining us for October edition of the Easy Container. Bow.
ET. Bye.
Hey. And we're out.
Bye-bye.
Maybe stop.
Yeah.
Yep, just